Hello everyone, welcome back to Your Knowledge Buddy. My name is Sarika and in today's video, I'm going to break down one of the most important questions for immigrants and international job seekers in the UK. Which NHS trust gives the maximum visa sponsorship, which jobs are actually getting sponsored, and whether band 5 and above are the only realistic options. If you're someone who wants to work in the UK healthcare system and you are looking for a sponsored job, then this video can literally save you months of random job applications. So stay with me till the end because I'm going to tell you which NHS trusts are the strongest sponsors, which roles get visas, and how you should target your applications in 2026. Now, why this video matters? A lot of immigrants apply blindly to any NHS vacancy they see online without checking whether the trust actually sponsors visas, whether the role is eligible, or whether the band is even realistic for sponsorship. This is one of the biggest mistakes people make. The UK job market is competitive and the immigration rules have become more skill focused, salary focused, and role specific. So if you want a real chance of success, you need to apply to the right trust, the right band, and the right role. What I analyzed for this video, I analyzed sponsorship data across the UK employers, including a large number of NHS trusts. I also researched NHS visa sponsorship rule, healthcare and worker visa guidance, and the current NHS employment structure. So this video is not just a list of trusts. It is a full practical guide for immigrants who want to understand where this sponsorship is actually happening and how to position themselves better. So, which NHS trust gives the most sponsorship? So the trust with the highest sponsorship activity in the NHS related to data is Manchester University NHS Foundation with 2570 certificate of sponsorship. That makes it one of the strongest NHS sponsors in the country. After that, we also see very high sponsorship numbers from other major teaching trusts such as University Hospitals Bristol and Weston NHS Foundation Trust, Guy's and St Thomas NHS Foundation Trust, University Hospitals of Leicester NHS Trust, Nottingham University Hospital NHS Trust, Cambridge University Hospital, and Leeds Teaching Hospital NHS Trust. So if you're asking me which NHS trust should I target first, my answer is simple. Start with the trusts that already show the highest sponsorship volume in the data because they are clearly active in hiring international workers. So the top NHS trusts to target. Here are the strongest trusts from the data that I would personally shortlist first. Manchester University NHS Foundation Trust, followed by University Hospitals Bristol and Weston NHS Foundation Trust. The next is Guy's and St Thomas NHS Foundation Trust, followed by University Hospitals of Leicester NHS Trust and Nottingham University Hospital NHS Trust, followed by Cambridge University Hospital NHS Trust. And the next would be North Bristol NHS Trust, followed by Leeds Teaching Hospitals NHS Trust. The next would be University Hospitals Birmingham NHS Foundation Trust, and the last would be Imperial College Healthcare NHS Trust. These trusts are large, busy, and regularly recruit for clinical and non-clinical roles. That is why they tend to have more sponsorship activity than smaller hospitals. Now, why this trust sponsor more? The main reason this large trust sponsors more is simple. They have bigger staffing needs, wider departments, and continuous recruitment pressure. Teaching hospitals, specialist hospitals, and large regional trusts often need nurses, allied health professionals, doctors, support staff, and sometimes even non-clinical professionals. For example, a trust like Manchester University NHS Foundation Trust is not hiring only one type of nurse. It may hire in ICU, theatres, emergency care, mental health, radiology, physiotherapy, administration data, and more. The broad demand creates more sponsorship opportunities. So when people ask which NHS trust is best for visa sponsorship, I always say look for large teaching trust, high volume hospitals, and trust in cities where NHS recruitment is constantly active. Now, the next question is band 5 and above the only sponsorship option? Now, let's answer the most important question. Short answer, mostly yes. Band 5 and above is the realistic sponsorship zone for most immigrants. That does not mean band 4 can never be sponsored. But in practical terms, most sponsorship friendly NHS jobs fall into band 5, 6, and 7 and above, especially for nurses and health professionals and specialist clinical roles. Why? Because these roles usually match the skill level and salary structure required for skilled worker or health and care worker visa. So if you're serious about sponsorship, your safest target should be band 5 and above jobs. So what about band 4 jobs? Now, band 4 jobs are usually assistant level or associate level roles. This can include support practitioner roles, technical support, and some healthcare support functions. But here is the reality. Many band 4 roles do not clearly fit the current skilled worker rules because the system now focuses more on eligible occupation codes, salary, and graduate level skill requirements. So while some band 4 jobs may still occasionally be sponsored, they're not the main pathway and should not be foundation of your UK strategy if you need visa sponsorship. So my advice is simple. If you're outside the UK and need sponsorship, do not waste too much time chasing band 4 roles. Focus on band 5 and above. Now, what kind of NHS roles get sponsored? Now, let me break this down properly. The roles that are most commonly sponsored in NHS include registered nurses, midwives, physiotherapists, occupational therapists, radiographers, speech and language therapists, operating department practitioners, clinical psychologists in some cases, doctors in training and special doctors, specialists and senior healthcare professionals. Non-clinical NHS sponsorship is also possible, but it is much more selective. It usually applies to roles in IT, data, finance, procurement, project management, and operations, especially in large trusts. So sponsorship is not only about nursing or medical jobs. Now, there are many healthcare careers and even some non-clinical careers inside NHS organizations that can lead to sponsorship. Best role for immigrants. Now, if you're an immigrant and you want the highest chance of sponsorship, these are the roles I would prioritize. Band 5 staff nurse, Band 5 registered nurse, Band 6 senior nurse, Band 5 physiotherapist, Band 5 radiographer, Band 5 occupational therapist, Band 5 midwife, Band 6 specialist nurse, Band 6 or 7 advanced clinical roles, doctor training and special routes. These roles are more likely to fit the NHS sponsorship patterns because they are professional, structured and tied to clear career frameworks. Now, best cities for NHS sponsorship. If you want to maximize your chance, do not focus only on London. London has a lot of opportunities, but it also has a lot of competition. From the data and the broader job market patterns, some of the best cities to target are Manchester, Bristol, Leeds, Leicester, Birmingham, Cambridge, Sheffield, Glasgow, and Edinburgh. These cities have major NHS trusts and strong recruitment pipelines. They are also more realistic than only chasing London-based jobs, especially if you want a better balance of cost of living and opportunity. Now, how to search smartly? Here is the smartest way to apply. Do not search only NHS Jobs UK. Instead, search by trust name plus the band plus the job title. For example, Manchester University NHS Foundation Trust, Band 5 Nurse. Leeds Teaching Hospitals NHS Trust, Band 5 Physiotherapist. Nottingham University Hospitals NHS Trust, Band 6 Radiographer. Guy's and St. Thomas NHS Foundation Trust, Band 5 Staff Nurse. This is how you stop random job hunting and start targeted job hunting. Now, what you should check before applying. Before you apply to any NHS role, always check these things. First of all, does this trust sponsor visas? Number 2, is the job band 5 or above? Number 3, does the role match your qualifications and registrations requirements? Number 4, does the advert mention skilled worker visa or health and care visa sponsorship? Number 5, is your English language and registration ready? If the answer is not clear, do not assume sponsorship will be given. Always verify before investing time. Now, why some people get rejected? A lot of people get rejected because they apply to jobs that are not sponsor friendly. Sometimes the role is too junior. Sometimes the trust is not ready to sponsor. And sometimes the salary or the job code does not meet the visa requirement. That is why this data matters so much. It helps you stop applying blindly and start applying strategically. Now, my honest advice. If you are a student, immigrant, and you want an NHS job with sponsorship, this is my honest advice. Target large teaching trusts, focus on band 5 and above, prioritize clinical professional roles, apply in cities with high NHS recruitment, tailor every application carefully. Do not depend on band 4 as your main visa strategy. This approach will save your time, energy, and disappointment. So, my final message, the UK NHS is still one of the strongest sponsorship routes for immigrants, but you need to be smart. The jobs are there, the sponsorship is there, the opportunity is there, but you have to target the right trust, the right band, and the right role. If you are serious about getting help with UK job applications, sponsorship strategies, CVs, or interview preparation, then I invite you to join my job assistance program. Comment NHS Job Help if you want to join my job assistance program and get personalized support. Also, make sure to stay connected with me on LinkedIn, and my ID is Sarika, Your Knowledge Buddy. And Instagram, my ID is Your Knowledge Buddy, where I share more frequent updates. Thank you so much for watching Your Knowledge Buddy. My name is Sarika, and I'll see you in the next video.